The first card you have for your past is the Sun. Beautiful, beautiful card. I love this. It's probably the best card of all. Okay, so I love seeing this for you. This is kind of a very, very positive, obviously, but it feels like a gradual move into positivity for you. That's what I'm getting here. I have to say that straight away. So I am getting a lot of struggles that have happened this year for you. A lot of internal struggles, lots of highs and lows. Some of them big as well. You've had big stresses as well, lots of ups and downs. I think this was a year when a lot happened to you, but I think you gave up on someone this year. I think you finally gave up on someone. I think you've been separated for a while. I think you are hanging on to this for a little bit longer than you should have, really. I shouldn't say should have, but you were just hanging on for longer than you wanted to. You kept on hanging on. You had a bit of hope there, I think. You're holding on to that for a long time. And, I think that's gone now. I think you've let go of that. So you might not be feeling exactly like what's in this card right now, because I'm getting a very low-key feeling here. This feels very kind of, okay, I'm just low-key. That's how this feels to me. It's not like, oh, I broke through this wall, I'm so happy. It's more like, okay, I've gotten over the hurdle, I'm over this now, I've come to terms with that. And I think this happy feeling, this happy free feeling that's all on this card, I think it'll come gradually to you, actually. It's kind of going to grow on you, because I think even though you're over that hurdle, there's still a lot more growing to do for you, growing out of things, growing out of old energies. You're over things, but sometimes it takes time to really, really move forward properly. And this is a child on this card. Children have to grow. So yeah, growth. You need growth before you can get into this 100% happiness. You're better than where you were. You're better than where you were, but you're going to grow into this happiness. I think probably by around, say, April, May, you'll be feeling way happier and a lot freer inside yourself, I think, than you are now. I'm not saying you're going to be all low-key and then suddenly happy. This is a gradual process. That's what I'm seeing. And yeah, I'm seeing a bit of money coming to you as well. You've got the Queen of Pentacles here. So it feels like you're probably going to work your way through this and work your way into happiness, literally. Because I'm seeing, excuse me, I'm seeing freshness, newness here. So I think you might start work on something that's completely new. Yeah, it looks like a business to me, actually. Might not be, but I think it's something you're doing by yourself, growing from nothing, because I'm seeing all this growing happening here. And yeah, it's something totally new. It's something you haven't done before. Really good. And I think you're going to start this in the new year. And I think you're going to be really proud of yourself, actually, really proud of your achievements when you've done this. It feels to me as if, you'll be on the road to freedom. Happiness, freedom, independence, and financial freedom. It's going to lead you to financial freedom. That's what I'm seeing. Very positive, very, very beautiful. I think the success of this, it's going to take you by surprise, actually. I think you'll be going, okay, I think this is going to be okay. It's going on okay. And then when it finally becomes really successful, when it reaches its full potential, I think it's going to shock you. I think it is. Maybe not now that I've told you that, but yes, it's a shock. Excuse my voice, I'm a little bit croaky, I'm a bit tired, but I'll keep going. So the next card you have for your past is the Six of Swords, yes. So this can be a little bit of a sad card, but I don't think it is. I think it's kind of similar to what I was seeing in the Sun card, because the Sun card's happiness, getting away from something, finally, getting over a hurdle. And that's what I'm seeing here, because this woman's finally moving out of an old energy. She's a bit reflective about what she's been through. She's moving on. She's out of what she needed to get out of, but she's quite subdued. She's got her head down. She's reflecting. She's still got the swords in front of her, so she's still thinking about everything. And okay, I'm just seeing something else here as well. There's a bit of unfairness here. It feels like someone was being treated a bit unfairly, and it looks like you stepped in. It looks like you stepped in or took over. You took care of someone, or you took over to help someone. I'm not sure who this is, but I think it's someone who needs to be protected, or they needed to be. It feels like they're a little bit vulnerable as well. So if this resonates, I think you're going to be keeping an eye out for them just to make sure things are okay. Even beyond that, after that, I think you're always going to have a bit of closeness with this person. I'm seeing education here as well. I don't know why. It might be that you're helping someone with their education. Maybe this is a child. You know, there's a child on this card next to the woman on this card. And, you know, there's a child in the Sun card as well. So might be a child. And this man's obviously helping. So if this is you, what I'm getting is someone appreciates you. And I think it's this person you're helping. They really appreciate what you're doing for them. So just know that. Just know that they do appreciate you. And I think if this is a child, I think when they're older, they're going to do something very special for you. I think they're going to give back to you. That's what I'm seeing. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. So the last card you have for your past, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I think it probably is a child that you're helping. Because again, there's a child here, which is the way this queen's caring for this coin. It's like the coin's her child. And this is showing me a determination as well. You want to do this new thing. You're definitely going to be doing this. I'm seeing a lot of you. I'm seeing a lot of your character in this card, actually. You know, because if you look at this queen, it looks like she's just sitting there. You know, she's in a garden. She's just enjoying herself. Looks like she's relaxing. And I think sometimes you can come across a little bit like this. Not lazy, I don't mean that, but it's like, you know, you're creative, maybe you're a bit go with the flow. Sometimes creative people are seen to be, you know, a little bit, you know, not in the real world, that kind of thing. You are. I don't believe that, but a lot of people do think that. But I think underneath all that, you've got this really quiet determination and a huge amount of strength as well. That's what I'm getting, huge strength. I keep on getting this low-key feeling. I keep on getting that. And I think that's how you come across as well. You come across to a lot of people as, you know, a bit low-key. And I think, you know, when it comes to any kind of work thing, competition or anything like that, I think when it comes to things like that, people might write you off a bit. Yeah, sadly, I think they do. I think they're like, well, they're no competition. They don't even try. You know, they're like this woman in the Queen of Pentacles. They just sit there. You know, but you don't just sit there at all. At all. You're extremely strong. You're extremely determined. But, you know, you're a quiet achiever. You're a quiet achiever. And I think with this thing that you're going to be working on, you're not just going to surprise yourself with how successful this is. I think you're going to surprise a lot of other people as well, because they're not expecting it. They're expecting you to just be sitting around going, oh yes, I'm creative, I'm doing music and all that kind of thing, but you're working really hard underneath, a bit like a duck going along a pond, and it looks like they're just swimming along, but underneath their legs are going like that. So that's what you like. And I don't think you're going to reveal this thing, this new thing to people until you're ready. Because what a lot of people don't realise is your strength is in being low-key. That's where your strength is. A bit under the radar, people don't realise you're doing things, and when you finally come out and do things, they're like, oh, I didn't know they could do that. So that's the kind of thing I'm getting. And again, the success is going to surprise some other people, but the person that's going to surprise the most is you. Because I think you are determined, you know there's success there, but I think the extent of this is really going to make you really shocked, I think. So, okay, so the first card you have here present is the Knight of Swords. Okay, so yeah, there's anger. There's a lot of anger here. It feels like misguided anger. All right, this is someone coming in. I don't want you to worry about this. You're not in any danger, so don't worry about this. And please don't panic, because a lot of people, when I see things, I have to say, I'm not going to say, oh, it's the Knight of Swords and pretend it's something nice. I'm not going to do that. And a lot of people say, oh, I'm really worried now. I don't mean to worry people. If I see things, I will say. So now someone's going to say something in anger. Now, whoever this is, they're highly emotional. They're not in control of their emotions. And I think maybe they've been laying low for a while. I don't think you've heard from this person for a while. Yeah, it's a bit strange actually. It feels like a love connection to me, or an ex. It's not the same person I was seeing in the Sun card. This is someone different again. Yeah, it's really strange. I can't work out why they're doing this. They're not thinking properly, I can see that, and they're not planning this out. This is like an emotional outburst. It's spontaneous. That's what I'm seeing. I think this might play out on social media actually, because I'm seeing words, negative words. I'm also seeing a distance between you. So I think that's where this is going to come from. That's when you're going to see this. And what's strange about this is I'm getting this feeling of missing someone, really missing someone, and frustration around that, feeling left out. I'm a bit mystified by this actually. So, you know, it might be that they have a lot of emotional problems, they can't control them. I don't know, it's very strange, but you know, maybe that's why you distance yourself from this person. Maybe that's why you're not around them now. But yeah, this angry outburst, I'm seeing a lot of angry words. But if you look really closely at this horse, there's a little red heart right behind the eyes. So if you know who this is, firstly, you know, watch out for this outburst. It's coming. It's absolutely coming. And the other thing is they loved you at one time. They really did. And I think they still have some of that love for you now. But it's coming out in the wrong way. And yeah, it's sad for everyone around them. They're going through a lot of problems, I think. But yeah, if this resonates with you, firstly, please don't worry. You're not in danger. You don't have to worry about that. You know, you don't have to physically protect yourself, but just protect yourself a bit mentally and emotionally for this, because it's not going to be nice. But you're very, 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 very strong. Just remember that. And I was seeing that in the Queen of Pentacles. You're very strong. Okay, so the next card you have your presence, the Ace of Swords. Okay, so yeah, so when this person comes in, when they say something, I actually think you're going to handle this really well. You know, because sometimes this can be about, you know, this is about clarity. This is the clarity card, but sometimes it's about spiritual clarity. Clairvoyance is the word for that, spiritual clarity. So I think you might already know this person's around your energy. You might be sensing them around your energy. And yeah, it feels like you might even have some kind of strategy in place for this in case something like this happens. Because if this is you, I think you've dealt with this person before, and you've dealt with their outbursts before. You know, I think last time something like this happened, maybe you weren't that well prepared, and you made sure you'd be prepared next time. So obviously it's not going to feel good when this happens, but it feels like you're mentally prepared now. That's what I'm getting. So you'll handle this quite well. The other thing is, with this feeling of missing someone, I think there's someone else you might be missing here as well. And this is someone you want to get close to. It feels platonic between you and someone else. So it's not a love connection. You know, so there might be a friend, a relative. I'm seeing a lot of phone calls here, a lot of communication. So this is someone you speak to a lot, probably over the phone. Yeah, they want to see you. You want to see each other in person. There's travel here as well. So I'm getting lots of false starts here. So it might be that you thought you were going to get to see them, to travel to see them a few times, and then things got in the way, or something got in the way. This is going to change for you soon. The obstacles are going to be removed. You know, this hand's coming out of the clouds. It's cutting through any obstacles that are in your way. So there's definitely some kind of travel coming up for you, where you'll be able to see each other again. You definitely will. And yeah, you've both had to wait. There's a lot of frustration here. I think there might also be maybe an illness around this, or maybe a physical reason why this hasn't happened yet. Maybe an injury, but it is going to happen. The blocks are being removed. This big hand with this big sword's coming out. It's cutting through all the blocks for you. So that's really, really nice to see, because I think you've been waiting for this for a while. Okay, so yeah, the last card you have your presence, the King of Cups. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm seeing here. This is the strategy that I was seeing in the Ace of Swords. There's so much anger around this person. Not just anger, but it's like out of control anger. So you might have lived with this person, I think, at one time, or maybe you were close to them, you're physically close to them. So maybe that's how you learn these strategies, excuse me. Sorry about that. So yeah, if you look at this king, there's all this emotion around him, all this water, the waves are going up and down, and he's just sitting in the middle. He's all by himself, he's on an island, he's got no expression on his face, so we can't see, if he's happy, sad, angry, whatever. We can't see anything. This is you using your strategy. This is you going grey rock, not showing any emotions, not reacting to things. And I think this is how you're going to be when they show up again. This is what you've learned. It's a sad thing to have to learn all this. No one should have to learn to deal with someone like this, but you're extremely strong. I keep on getting that, and I feel as if I have to remind you of that, because you are going to be a little bit worried. So just remember how strong you are. A lot of people see strength as being loud and being heard and all that, but real strengths, when you're around this kind of thing and you're able to hold your emotions in and deal with things in a really calm way. And that's what you're going to do. I know you won't want to be in the middle of this. I know you won't want to have to deal with this, but this is you at your best, at your strongest. Your strength is in your calmness and your control. That's what I'm seeing there. I'm really sorry that I'm seeing this for you, but that is what I'm seeing. Just know that you're strong. Just know you're strong. Okay, so the first card you have for your futures, the Three of Wands. Okay, this is really good. This is a guarantee. That's what this says here. This is a guarantee. You're going to be able to travel, or they are. You're definitely going to be able to connect again with this loved one. I think this might actually be a close family member, really, because I'm seeing other family members around this as well. So I think that's what this says. You're very, very close to whoever this is, whether it's a friend or family, but I think it might be family. And yeah, I'm seeing this. They're waiting to see you. I'm seeing them hugging you. They absolutely love you. They adore you. Look at this man. He's waiting. He's looking over this golden sea and this golden sky. They see you as golden. They see you as golden, precious. And when you come to visit them, if it's you that's visiting them, and I think it probably is, this is what they're going to look like. I love this. This is what they're going to look like. Just like this. This is them. Look at this man. They're looking out the window and they're waiting for you. They're waiting for you to arrive. Watching the cars go past. Oh, are they there yet? Are they there yet? Really, really beautiful. I love that. And, again, this is showing me your quiet determination. You know something's going to happen with this thing you're working on, or you're going to be working on, because it's a new thing. But prepare for this to be more successful than you're expecting. And obviously this is the card of waiting. So, it's not overnight success. So be patient. If it's slow to come in, it is going to come in. So just know that this card's all about a promise for two things coming in for you. Really, really beautiful. Okay, so the next card you have for your futures, the Eight of Wands. Right, okay, so I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the Moon card together. So I'm going to talk about them together. Now, again, this is about this angry person, this person who's coming in. So if that all resonates with you, just be prepared for lots and lots of words to come in, lots of messages coming in. I don't think they're personal messages. They're probably something public, because I don't think they have access to your private numbers or whatever, because I think you might have blocked them or something like that, because they're very, very difficult, very, very, very difficult. But yeah, with this angry communication, yeah, it's going to show up on a public platform or something like that. It's going to be on some public social media thing or something. And, I think you'll be able to delete things or ignore things or whatever you choose to do. But there's a lot. This is a lot of communication. Look at all these wands. Lots and lots of words coming in really, really quickly. So you are prepared. You're mentally prepared. But of course, it's not going to be easy to see this. So, I just think they have a lot of emotional problems, and that's what the Moon card can be about. Emotional problems, sometimes severe emotional problems. So what I can say is there are a lot of words here. They're all coming in quickly, but it's going to end quickly as well. It's not going to drag on and on and on. I think once this is deleted, it's not coming back again. And you know, you're safe, you're physically safe. So please know that you're not in any danger. I hate finishing a reading like this, but that's what's here. So that's what I've got to say. But just know your strength. The beautiful things in this reading were that you're going to be able to meet up with this person who you've been missing, and this amazing, amazing success that you're going to have. So just remember that, and remember your strength when it comes to this difficult situation.